Welcome to A Mason's Work, the podcast where we review Masonic symbols and illustrate how they can be used to solve problems in everyday life. With your host, Brian Mattox, a proud member of the Craftsman Online Media Network.
I want to step up to the 50,000 foot view here for just a moment and talk a little bit about esotericism. As Freemasons, we're taught that a lot of the ritual and the things we talk about have this esoteric meaning that is deep and profound, and you'll get it one day, kind of thing. There are lessons that are built into the craft, and they're hidden because they require growth to understand them and things like that. And there's some truth to that, right? There is some things that if you tried to explain them to your younger self right now, there's nothing you could say to convince the younger version of you of the truth of what you currently believe. And that's kind of normal, right? That's just growth and development. But we oftentimes pursue esotericism as this sort of journey into this deeper knowledge, when in fact it's not there. It's the equivalent of trying to teach math to someone in a book, and that book is written in Braille and they don't know Braille. That is not esotericism. That is just bad teaching, right? It's just bad organization. And so when we look at esoteric concepts and esoteric ideas, there may have been a time when you would throw a bunch of concepts into a diagram and say, this is the secret of the universe, get to it. And I'm pretty much confident that is a horrible, horrible plan. There are guys out there that are going to tell you that their alchemical sort of process that they go through, or the magical systems that they use, or any of the kinds of mystery traditions that they use, are there because there is some sort of deeper hidden meaning. And yet at the same time, you talk to these fellas and some of the basics about time management, or some of the basics about understanding, the sort of role of scrutiny of the craft, and trying to just observe and evaluate your own behavior. They kind of quickly want to go to this like Space Wizard boot camp. And I'm not trying to suggest that there may not be something there for some people. But I'm going to tell you that the basics of Blue Lodge Freemasonry, you could spend the rest of your life with just the working tools and the ritual provided in Blue Lodge Freemasonry, and you will never run out of stuff. You'll never run out of things to understand, subtleties to explore, behaviors to improve and remedy. And everything else, every appendant body, every other bit of stuff that's claiming to have advanced knowledge, that's claiming to have a more profound understanding. Again, I'm not suggesting that they might not, but as your Freemasonry is your Freemasonry, don't play shiny object syndrome. Don't go chase yet another appendant body or yet another thing if the behaviors that you're working on, or the objectives that you have from a Masonic development perspective, are not being currently fulfilled at your Blue Lodge. If you're not able to solve the problems where you're at, there is no appendant body that's going to fix it. Freemasonry, in my opinion, and again, you go back to episode 1, a lot of this entire podcast is driven by my opinion and my experience. In my opinion, You can do appendant bodies whenever you want. If you tell me exactly how the 24-inch gauge works and how you're using it to add new skills, grow yourself, become a better person, and you can do that for every one of the basic Blue Lodge tools, then go nuts, right? Go find the next bit of knowledge, another lens, another perspective. If you're not able to do that, you're not going to find what you're looking for somewhere else. That's not to say there's not value there. Again, I'm not trying to trivialize the experience or the value for some people. What I'm trying to suggest to you is, under the veil of esotericism, a lot of guys will tell you that the thing you've always wanted is behind door number 2, and it's not. It just isn't. Stay with door number 1. Learn as much as you can there. Stay in your Blue Lodge. Spend your time there. Travel with those brothers. Walk with them, and then go together into a appendant body experience. Go together into a layered conversation about your understanding of the current tools that you've been given and what other tools might be available to you in these appendant bodies to help you grow. That said, and I expect some hate mail. I'm in almost, I'm in a fair number of the appendant bodies, and I don't dislike the experience. But again, my behavior modification, my becoming a better man is 99% informed by my Blue Lodge experience. So think it over. Reach out to me if you have questions or comments, and we'll see you next time.
The views represented in this podcast are those of the speaker alone and are not representative of any grand or subordinate lodge.
Hi, Brian here. I wanted to thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you have any suggestions or guidance for further episodes you'd like to see or hear, whatever the case may be, please don't hesitate to reach out to me at amasonswork.com, and we will try and incorporate your suggestions into a future recording. Thanks.
Freemasonry teaches us that the true work is within, a lifelong journey of reflection, discipline, and discovery. At A Mason's Work, we help Masons bring out their best selves through meaningful self-inquiry and symbolic practice. From personal reflection to lodge engagement, we offer tools that turn symbols into action. Visit us at amasonswork.com. The work is within. The time is now.